Hey Lawn Care Nation, so I recently had the opportunity to partner up with Greenworks Tools Canada, where they sent me out this set of tools behind me free of charge for me to test and use, and then share my thoughts on what I think about them with you guys. So it's been a few months now, and I've been able to use these on a daily basis in my lawn care business and really put them through different scenarios and different tests and really see what they're all about. So I thought now would be a good time to share my honest thoughts on what I think about these units. So before we get into it, just a quick note: because these tools are offered as a set behind me and also in other configurations, like being bought separately, being bought as tool only without batteries and chargers, I'm going to do this as a two-part video series. So if you're watching this first video where I'm focusing in on the 80-volt string trimmer, and you want to get more information on the 80-volt Axiom blower, I'll leave a link at the end of this video on where you can find that video. So this 80-volt string trimmer is part of the Greenworks PRO lineup. I wouldn't consider this a commercial string trimmer. This would be more classified as prosumer. It's much higher quality and has more power and more features than, say, some of the entry-level stuff that they make, but still not quite to the level of their full commercial lineup that Greenworks also has. So this is right in the middle, very sort of high-end prosumer type equipment. So I got my unit with a single 2 amp hour battery included in the kit for both the trimmer and the blower to use. Again, I think that is sufficient for most homeowner applications where you're going to be using the string trimmer and blower on a single property. For my testing, I divided it into days where I was using the battery strictly on the string trimmer for the whole day, and then other days I would do my testing on using it just for the blower. With the string trimmer, I'd say that it is very comparable to some of the other string trimmers that I've tried. Battery usage is obviously going to be influenced by a lot of factors: how big the property is, how much trimming is involved, the time of year, the amount of growth, what setting you have that on, whether you have that string line blade cut or set up for a longer swath or a shorter swath. So there's a lot of variables when it comes to how long a battery is going to last. But overall, I can say I've been pretty pleased with this particular unit and the amount of power that it uses. So the string trimmer comes sort of as a split shaft unit. It's very easy to put together when you get it out of the box. All of the wiring and everything is already pre-connected. The only thing you need to do is literally just fold it out, put this forward part of the shaft into the receiver part here, and then it comes with a Allen key type tool that you can just tighten up those bolts, and you're pretty much done. The handle you can fit on there. It's got a quick sort of wing nut style tightening mechanism there that you can put on, and you're pretty much done with that. And then the only thing left to assemble on this unit is to put the guard on it, and for that it just slides into place. And if we can dust it off here, and I'll give you a quick little look, it's got a couple of screws that you'll have to use a number 2 Phillips screwdriver to tighten on, but fairly easy as well. Now, the other important note, since we're down here as well, is with the string length coming off of the end. So this unit comes with a 2-sided blade cutter here that cuts the string as the unit is passing through. It comes pre-configured with the blade facing forward here. So as you can see here, it's got a couple of screws as well holding it. So this would be reversed when you get it out of the box, so that the blade is closer to the string trimmer head over here. So that's going to give you a bit shorter string length, but the blade is double-sided, so you can remove the screws and reverse it like I have here to give you just a little bit longer, about an inch longer string length there, which I find to work quite a bit better. On the trimmer head side of it, it comes with a trimmer head that allows for easy loading, where you literally you can see the load sign there. You literally take that green line there, you turn it and line it up with the green line there, which lines up with the trimmer hole. That's going to line up both trimmer line holes there, where you can actually see right through the other side. You're just going to take your pre-configured set of line, feed it all the way through, center it, and then you can just quickly turn this by hand and it automatically winds it. So there's no need to take apart the head or anything like that to reload new string. Very, very easy to do. For control on this unit, it's got a very comfortable grip. The weight is pretty well balanced. I'd say more of the weight is towards the end. This unit features the motor for the actual string trimmer head down at the bottom here, just above the head, and then the back of the unit here is really just housing the battery unit. You've got a variable speed trigger on it, which is really nice for feathering the speed of the trimmer head. And you also have a selector switch, so you can see it's got a number 1 or a number 2. That's going to indicate sort of a power band that you're working in. This is very similar to other brands that use like a turtle and then a rabbit mode. So the turtle mode, or number 1, is going to give you a little bit less torque, a little bit less power, but it's going to give you much longer battery run times. And then number 2 is going to be a high torque, or like rabbit on other brands, where it's going to give you all the power available to this unit, but that's also going to drain your battery a lot quicker. I found in my testing with this unit, doing all of my weekly lawn maintenance clients, because I'm doing it on a weekly basis, that the number 1 or a sort of lower power mode, extended runtime, was more than enough. Never was I looking for more power or needing more power with the unit. In fact, this unit has more than enough torque that on one of my commercial properties that's surrounded by a bunch of blackberry bushes, and the blackberry vines are always kind of creeping up onto the lawn. I usually will hit them with a string trimmer to knock them back, and this unit had no issue being able to do that, and cut those thicker vines with the unit set on number 1. Okay, so overall, I think the Greenworks PRO 80-volt string trimmer is a nice unit overall. It's got plenty of power to get the job done. While I'm not going to say that it has the power of a gas string trimmer, it had more than enough power to get through any of the jobs that I was able to do, even with those occasional blackberry bush vines kind of creeping on lawns and using the string trimmer to knock them back. Like I said, it had plenty of power to do that. I think if you're a homeowner, you'll be very well served with this unit to take care of your own property, or maybe a neighbor's property, or wherever the case may be. Could you use this in your lawn care business on a daily basis? I think you could. It's not waterproof or weatherproof, so you have to be leery of using it in wetter conditions. You would absolutely definitely need more batteries to be able to get through a day, but if you have a way to do some onboard charging in your vehicle, and you plug in that rapid charger, it charges remarkably quick. I would say about 30 minutes that battery will be completely charged. So considering you can get through 3, 4, 5 houses depending on the size of the properties with a single battery, if you could have a couple batteries and one rotating, one on the charger in the car going, I think you could get through the day using this particular unit. So there you have it, Lawn Care Nation. That is my review of the Greenworks PRO 80 volt string trimmer. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of the Greenworks PRO 80 volt string trimmer. And I'll leave a link to the 80 volt Axiom blower if you want to check that out right over here.